there's been many japa generations before our generation, right? I mean, back to the days of independence, you've always seen people emigrate in large numbers, go to the UK, palmed hair, borrowed accents and everything. You know the vibe. And I think in the 80s, we had another mass exodus.
Okay, why is it we? I don't know who you think.
I mean,
who is it? Who are they?
Award for
Nigeria, of course.
Okay.
They had.
Okay, cool.
That generation. I mean, that generation. Don't want to call you an ancestor now, but that generation had.
I mean,
they had their thing, and it seems to be a cycle of rinse and repeat. We continue to have, for whatever reason people want to leave, different generations want to just have their own time, their own era of a lot of people moving en masse. The UK is proven to be one of the most popular destinations.
Most welcoming.
Most welcoming. I mean,
Yeah.
Canada is doing their best to catch up right now.
It's coming up.
They're catching up now, but on the streets of Peckham, on the streets of London, it's very possible to just hear people speaking Yoruba or any other Nigerian language.
And then they'll now add in it after.
Even with regards to what you just said, like thinking about it now, I think it even happens at a particular age range. Because if you talk to people that were in the UK and came back, they will always tell you, oh, like I was there like when I was 18, between 18 to 32, and they come back. And that's what's happening right now.
So what do you think is responsible for that? Are people okay in the UK, really?
The people I know that are there, they are okay. Yes, so that's why I am pro japa, right? Yes.
From where to where? Who asked you now? Who asked you?
Because we are getting there.
No, you just said people say they were there between 18 and 32 and they come back. But you are saying you are pro japa. Aren't you?
So she's probably in between that bracket, right?
Why are you giving me a
She's
know
like,
my age?
you don't ask a lady her age. That's what they say.
Oh, so instead of asking, you are 33.
I'm not. I'm not that age.
It's okay, but why are you pro japa though?
Okay, so for me, right, if I process it, I think the way things are going in Nigeria, most people are literally just existing and not living. Because economy-wise, financially, with what I have, I'm okay compared to what some people have, right? But I want to be able to plan vacations and still be able to meet up the vacations. If I wanted to go to like 2 countries this year and I was planning like 2 years back or last year, honestly, I'm going to probably cut it down to 1, or even have to save like longer to meet up with that one.
I mean, you could convert that trip to the Bahamas to an all-expense paid trip
Hey,
to
the Bahamas free.
Sir,
Is it free?
sir,
I'm saying you can convert that money you saved to go to
The problem now
Kokomaiko.
is that you cannot. You are who?
It's still all expensive. It's
Guys,
still a vacation.
No, yeah, you guys, Kokomaiko is fresh. Don't mind.
Please.
So that's what it is for me, right? The reason why I want to japa is because I want to be able to work, plan, and I'm going to Spain.
Are you saying you can't work here and plan?
Nigeria, there's always one. See, if you're saving now, you're saving because I might have to change my tires in like 3 weeks or like 3 months because.
See now you brought it up, and I bet you're probably going to change your tires in the next 2 weeks.
I will go and pump my tire.
Don't they change tires in the abroad?
Change the lane, change this one.
Don't they change tires in the abroad?
But not like this. Now you can tell somebody will come from the UK or from Finland and tell you that I literally haven't changed my tires in like 2 years or in like 3 years. Nigeria, you will not do that.
Is it a Nigerian problem that you're changing tires now?
Well, actually, yes.
Yes, it is.
Definitely.
We don't have a working system. We don't.
No, we don't even have working roads.
Yeah, we don't. Nothing is working.
I mean, stop living in the trenches.
I don't live in the trenches.
Okay, so let's actually think about it. Are we saying that they don't have problems in the abroad, or are we just trading African problems for a white man's problem?
Yes,
because I know everything is not a utopian world over there as well. There are challenges.
Yeah,
I've been there.
No,
I've seen challenges. I've seen different things.
I think it's not a matter of what are you willing to trade for
stomach.
What. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So for me, I'm craving like a working system.
Okay, so I hear you about craving a system that works. But I mean, you have some experience about that as well. I'd like us to relate with the experiences of our comrades that are still there, or people that are planning to go there. I mean, if you check the pool for people going to Canada now, you probably find them in hundreds of thousands. What are the things that you think are most pressing? There are issues of culture shock. I mean, you left and saw a system that works. Were you not shocked?
That's why I say I'm going back. Now, if they open, they say, oh yeah.
open the floodgates and you start running.
I'm not in Nigeria again, so you guys.
So
yeah,
I think the major issue here is Nigerians, when they move, they are not necessarily open-minded, right? So a lot of Nigerians want to still have the same Nigerian experience in the different communities that they go to. And that's, so you hear people say, I'm lonely, or like I've heard this one so many times where people say, guy, find wife for me for Nigeria. And I'm like
that's as old as time.
it's to work for
That's as old as time though.
And maybe you're building an app for it, maybe it will work, but okay. But I mean, if you opened your heart and you actually wanted to understand your environment. I've lived in 3 countries. And when I say I've lived like over a year minimum, right? And a lot of the people I kept as friends were not necessarily Nigerians. Yeah. They're from different countries.
I agree. Like, so, because you're going there not to just, you're living in Nigeria for a reason. So I think you should go there to actually experience the place.
You left Nigeria to go to Canada.
For something different.
I mean, you know, it's easy when you've left as a young person, as a much younger person, to quickly integrate. But when you live in your late 20s to 30s, when all of your tongue has already stiffened like Oporoko, your accent cannot change.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
You cannot easily adapt.
So you don't.
I'm not talking about communication. It's difficult for the people there to also accept you. They have a problem accepting you. Of course, we have the issues.
But I don't think that's fair.
Okay, so my siblings live abroad, for example.
Okay. And
there is none of them have issues with communicating or with living lives. They have children there as well. Like they've lived.
It's how open you are to.
Not, I think it's about being open.
I understand.
Just understand that where you are is not Nigeria.
I understand that is a different country. I understand that some people really have it easy. But I'd like us to just examine what are the problems that people are facing there. What are the problems that people face there? I mean, it's not just all rosy when you get there.
For one, a lot of Nigerians are not used to obeying rules. So how do you tell a Nigerian that should not beat red lights? Or you will see orange lights, and in Nigeria, orange light means go faster, right? So, they are definitely going to want to beat the traffic light. They're definitely going to want to do things that are, because your mind has been warped. You've lived in a scenario where bad is good and good is bad, right? So you can't look for a Nigerian community in a place that is predominantly non-African. Nigerians actually face the same things that other people, like as a new immigrant, you're going to face the same issues. You're going to face issues with trying to get being on credit system. Like nobody trusts you, and that's okay because you don't have any credit history. Getting into that system, you know that once you get credit, like life can be good. Like I want a place where I pay my taxes and I can see what it's being used for. That's like all my life.
It makes sense. When they tell you to take a loan in Nigeria, you say, God forbid. And then you run into a credit system there. I mean,
and really,
that makes sense.
People abroad live on credit. On credit. All the times I've lived abroad, I've never had to buy a car. I've never driven a car for like owning a car because it's just not needed. The bus works, trains work, trams work. So it's just very comfortable. Very comfortable.
So like in as much as you're like, it's just like whether or not you're living in Nigeria or not, it's like you get a new job, the culture is different, everything is different. You have to be open-minded to learning and adapting to wherever you are. The struggle will be if you're being restrictive or you're just being really that I know the way I do my things. That's how they do it. You will struggle. That's what it is. Yeah, you will struggle. Like you have problems. Some people will say, I missed the bus. I don't know where I'm going to because. If I speak to somebody I don't know, I cannot hear. You keep trying. You have to keep like you now start walking miles and say.
Tell me to japa.
Tell me
staying in.
I don't go.
I
mean, you keep speaking to the understanding.
No, so it's just because like if I'm going there, I want to make the best of it. Like I'm literally honestly, I'm tired of Nigeria. So you have to make like it is not easy to japa. A lot of funds go into it, so it's not going to be a waste.
So it seems to me like a lot of people are escaping Nigeria because of economic reasons. Because, like you mentioned, we've seen some upper class persons in Nigeria come back from the abroad to come make the most of opportunities that are here. Why are people not spotting those opportunities here? Why do they have to go out before they appreciate the opportunities that we have here? What do you think is responsible for this? I mean,
so there are 2 sets of people that japa. right? The people that literally have no other options. And they just believe that at least, even if I'm doing cleaner work, people are willing to go. Now, there's another set of people that go because they know that there are opportunities for them and they know that they're going to make more money being abroad, right? And then they can use the funds that they make abroad, repatriate back to Nigeria, invest in things in Nigeria. So these people actually see the opportunities, but they just don't have the means, or they don't feel like they're going to earn as much money as they need
because if
to do
the amount
here.
of work they put in there translates to more money than the amount of work they put, what the money they get here. But with the way you work so well, right? Do you think you get value for the money that you earn?
I mean, my employer can pay me more right now.
But me, okay, so like, because me, I know that if I go to supermarket now, there's some supermarket in my area that I don't even go to, because once you go there, say you want to buy bread, you want to, you come out next thing, I tell you, clean, you next now turn to the aisle, after that, money has finished.
Talk about the most basic thing as energy cost. Energy here is subsidized for a lot of Nigerians.
Rent.
Talk about the most basic as rent.
It's
look at the homelessness epidemic in the US, for example. A lot of people are sleeping on the street. Whole families, entire families, immigrate from Isikwato or from Akure or from.
Why do you point at me when you said Akure? Like, why?
I'm
not. And they all go there.
Maybe you look like them.
I've heard too many things about Akure men over this past month, and I'm like, why did you point at me?
I mean, I have friends from Akure.
You're giving Akure men vibes.
I'm just making examples that the homelessness pandemic is also a thing. A lot of people run away from here, not knowing exactly what to expect in the abroad. They just dive deep into it, and what they find is not what they expected. Should we now just continue to advise people that, oh yeah, just move? The land is flowing with milk and honey, and all that is here is just bad taste.
No, so I think it's because, like, okay, there's a wave of people going. I don't think you should follow the crowd without being sure of what you. Yes, now.
I'm just asking. I just
yes,
said,
now.
Why are you following to the abroad?
Even if you're following,
why are you following to the abroad?
So because you're on your own, no. So I think such decisions are life-changing decisions that should be made solely by the person that is, or by the people that these changes are going to involve or affect. So if you go there, waiting your eyes see, you will know how to cushion it and be like, okay, this is what, and you can adapt. But if you're doing it on the terms of, oh, people are doing it, waiting you see for.
So I think the beautiful thing about living abroad is that you can be anybody, you can be doing anything, and you're living an okay life. Right?
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, to live an okay life,
you really have to be
somebody. It feels like 50% of the population abroad, they are good. Like, you know, I mean, Range Rover is water to buy.
You even hear something that some people don't work. Like, some people only work when they're trying to make money to buy something.
But yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, people are happy just working $20 an hour type of jobs, and they're good because they know everything is sorted.
I mean, I'm quite defeated by your argument because I don't think there's any winning in to japa or not to japa.
I'm team better life.
Exactly. No generation has ever won these arguments to say to japa or not to japa. And I mean, even our government doesn't think it's a bad thing for you to japa. Central bank thinks our economy thrives better on remittances when there are lots of Nigerians abroad who are sending money home.
I'm sorry, I mean, government my people.
And of course, if you're looking for a good way to send money home, you could always use Switch by Sterling. That's a really good way to move money back home. Okay. Let's talk about it. The trend is not abating. Lots of people are moving. Is it that there are no opportunities here for you to actually harness? I mean, I'm not stopping anybody from moving, because if you see me on the streets of the abroad tomorrow, don't come and say, I told you not to go.
Yeah. He's telling people not to go.
But are there no opportunities?
But it's a disclaimer.
I did not say you should not go.
So
are there no opportunities here, really?
Oh, so there are opportunities. Of course,
I see lots of people cash out from here.
But it's the same way you've had people like ShopRite coming to Nigeria, Game coming to Nigeria, and then all of a sudden they're leaving because it's just very difficult to run businesses in Nigeria.
Who's going to fix it?
Somebody has to fix it. Are you ready to risk your life to fix it? Don't lie.
Some people risk their lives to fix it.
Some people
I agree to those. Like, thanks be to God.
So when exactly is it going to get better?
If
you and I are scared of losing our lives for it.
I will invest from where I am now. I will.
You invest?
Why not?
Okay, that's her risk.
Yes, I will.
She's pumping. Those remittances that you talked about, CBN. She's putting it back in.
Actually, those remittances, they go a long way in helping the economy.
That's my 2 cents Nigeria, remember.
So what are the kind of things you want to invest in Nigeria?
I don't mind. I would most likely like to invest in agriculture because I feel that is a viable field. Yeah, so agriculture. I don't know about it, but I'm sure if I read on it or if I see people that are experienced in that field, I'll put like trust to my money.
But you just said you don't follow the crowd.
No, I said I'll read about it. Oh, if it's not okay, I move to something else. We're on the same side.
I'm just adding some spice.
Yeah.
And
So
variety.
agriculture, yeah, I can do that. So I'll read about it. And anything else that is more viable or feasible.
So what are the other things you think are viable for Nigerians abroad to invest in? I mean, there are lots of things going on. Government raises bonds all the time. Different investment opportunities, different startups in Nigeria. Government you can actually put your money behind for them to thrive.
Government, the thing is, you're putting money in naira. You're converting them to naira.
We raise euro bonds too.
Yeah, but it's not just very attractive. So for me, I think one of the things I've always said, and something I also do is I want to invest in other people. Okay. I think people don't have the opportunity to go to school. There's so many people that don't have the opportunity to go to school. And if that's my way, so it's not about returns to myself personally, it's about returns to the economy. Oh. If you have educated people, then you're going to have a better economy. And that's really that would be a primary focus for me if I ever am in that situation. But definitely I'll be investing in businesses, I'll be investing in new fintechs, I'll be investing in new startups that are working on AI, machine learning, big data, whatever it is, right? Because I like my money. I want my money to work for me.
So you want to invest in all of these beautiful things in Nigeria, but you don't think it's worth your time staying to actually be the ones doing those things, right?
No, but you're something to ask that, like you've left us.
Team Better Life. Not
from anywhere.
Team Japa.
From anywhere.
Team Better Life anywhere it is, right?
Anywhere it is, right? I moved back to Nigeria because I thought it was a better life.
So
is it not proving to be a better life?
What is it?
I've gained a lot from Nigeria.
So are you still going to stay here?
I've gained a lot from Nigeria.
I cannot answer.
I've gained a lot.
I like the answer to that question. If we find you in IELTS, we'll find you writing IELTS tomorrow.
No, but in all honesty, right? There are opportunities in Nigeria. I don't think it's everybody's responsibility to go after those opportunities.
We can't.
It's just like business, right? It's not everybody that is built to be an entrepreneur. People are built for 9-to-5 life. People are built to do the hustling life, and that's what it is. So you might think, yeah, there are opportunities in Nigeria, but if you're not cut out for the opportunities in Nigeria and you prefer to live the 9-to-5 life in abroad, that will still give you the same standard of living, please, by all means, take the opportunity that pays you.
Well, I think you make a very salient point. And the ultimate question for everyone is, to japa or not to japa?
Team Japa, now my view.
Team Better Life. You've not told us your own, though.
He's staying in Nigeria.
I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
I don't like this. Choose a side.
No, literally, I don't see myself emigrating totally at any point in time. I'd like to go there, have fun,
step in, step out.
Step in, step out. I mean, and with tech, you can, thank you. With tech, you can actually reach anywhere in the world and make a lot of money, whether in local currency or in foreign currency. So when you do japa, please run me those checks.
I said, why? This is the person that is more likely to japa.
This now my view. And don't forget to subscribe.